Alright, we are back for the final. On the play with a pretty good hand. A second red would be good, but any third land would be good in general. So I'm thinking my opponent is playing green. And my opponent asked me to split, and I'm not that confident about my chances to win. So actually, I think if I was not recording, I would have, accepted the split, probably. I don't mind splitting, but when I'm recording, I'd rather give you guys a third match. Yeah, that's looking stronger than what I'm doing here. So I guess I have to discard Self-Assembler and Artisan here and try to hit some lands. Not really the way you want to use the the reunion, but oh well. So there were 2 land on the top 12 cards of my deck. Yeah, that's not very good. And some more aggression from the opponent. Don't really love how this is going. Could rework privileges the Rhino. I think I want to be doing that. Attacking with a mechanic. Maybe take well, the Brawler, yeah, the Brawler has the energy from the Rhino, so it's still gonna destroy me for a bit of time. I'll have to Paro Helix at some point. The fact that I missed my third land drop is really hurting me here. And yeah, this is a kind of what I was expecting here. A red-green deck with some pretty big creatures. Which is troublesome for me. I'm not sure that I'll be able to stabilize and end up in a decent spot here. My opponent pretty much had the nut draw. Yeah, it's not looking good. I could double block here. But if they have a 3-color removal, I lose the game on the spot, so I don't think it's really something I should be doing. And a giant now. Yeah, I think it's pretty much over now, but yeah, I guess I'll try to make some blocks next turn and pray that nothing bad happens. Maybe a triple block on the Wayward Giant, but I guess if they have a removal for the artist, I guess I should triple block on the Pima Outrider. It's slightly safer. It means if they have a removal or a trick, it's less dangerous for me. Even if they have +1, +3, I still kill their thing. It's not a great trade, but we can have to make that block. A monitor now. I guess... yeah, they can give that Menace. Well, I don't have to... I can take 3, actually. Yeah, I'm not dead yet. So I guess I'll play the Scourge, double block on the Giant, go down to 1, hope they just have a land and maybe another 2 toughness creature, then I can Furious Reprisal, or no, I can just lose. Alright. Yeah, I don't think you can get a much better draw than that, and if your opponent is missing a land drop when you are making this draw, you're very likely to win. So I was pretty sure that my last opponent would be green, but that's a 4th red deck? Yeah. Alright, so red-green beatdown. I haven't seen many artifacts yet, so I feel like the Skygate might be better than Gremlins. That being said, Skygate isn't typically great against green deck because most of their creatures are big enough either way to attack through the gate. I don't really see Gremlins being great though. At least before I see any more artifact, I think I will play Skygate over Gremlin. Jeez, that was brutal. But I guess when Pima's Outrider are going so late in the draft, you probably end up with a pretty good green deck. Okay, hand is decent. Kind of weird that I have, I mean, I'm not used to have so many lands and a 5-drop in this deck, but this is a more heavy, higher curved draw, I guess. I'm probably gonna remove the Cobra. I don't think Warden is a card you should save to try to eat something threatening, because it's very likely to die, so I'd rather use it as, you know, a tempo card in general. Driving Rhino. So I guess we can beat down here as we will not be attacking. Don't really see the opponent taking... I mean, they could block, but that seems like unnecessary risky for them to do, so they will probably just take the damage. And then we can play Shield Guard and block the Rhino with it. At least next turn. Afterwards it might become a bit more complicated, but... Yup. Can block. They might have just have a Trick, or maybe they will use Welding Sparks, I don't know. They might have Welding Sparks here. They missed a land drop. I think since they missed a land drop I want to get more aggressive. Yeah, I guess if they have Welding Sparks and they... You know, are they letting me use that ability? Okay. Yeah, you can get back your Cobra, but then you don't have... It would be different, like, if my opponent had, you know, 3 mana and another green, and a 4 mana. What I'm trying to say is, you know, they could kill and activate Cobra. I might have played differently, but here it doesn't seem... I mean, it doesn't look like it's gonna be great for them. Even if they get back their Cobra middle of combat. Okay, so they are playing more defensively with the Rhino, which is a good idea. I guess I'll just play a Spontaneous Artist and pass the turn. Yeah, if they had attack with the Rhino, they would probably trade a Cobra for one of our cards, but go down to 7. Pretty bad for them. Now, what I'm fearing is that they will just play some bigger creature than my creatures, and I'll be forced to make some pretty bad blocks, and it could be troublesome. I guess we'll drop a Greensleeve Artisan and make a token. Probably. And pass the turn. It's funny, but because this is exactly what I was talking about at the end of last round, that my opponent would probably have a green deck with bigger creature, and that would be troublesome for me. And this is exactly what is happening now. I was not really expecting them to be red, a force red deck, but this is what they have, I guess. They can make that a 5/7. I think I want a triple block here. Any reason to put the servo? If they have a removal, they can kill a 3/3, so it doesn't really help. No, I don't think. I think we just want a triple block and hope they don't have anything. And we just trade these two for the Rhino. Okay. Not too bad. So I guess I will move the goggles now. I guess I'm just gonna play Companion and Grubs and pass the turn. Good news is that since I did not draw many lands, I can afford to make some, you know, double blocks, lose 2 creature and still be fine, as long as I... The risk is if they ever have a trick or a removal and I get blown back while trying to make a double block, this could go wrong, but it looks like they don't have that, at least not yet. I think you should Spark of Creativity before you equip the goggles, because if you cannot kill my my card, you don't really want to attack, so I don't agree with that play. So they got the Companion. So I could triple block, but I lose my entire board. I don't really see that being great. I think I'm going to take 5 and then swing back. Seems better. Since they did not equip the goggles, they might have a trick, I guess. But they could also have keep the Cobra to, you know, keep the ability of the Cobra available. Either way, I think it's rather safe to attack with everything. If they have +1/+3 and tap the Tiger, well, they do have that. There's not a whole lot I can do. I could see them just trading Cobra for grub still, because they are likely gonna grow bigger. Not sure that my opponent wanted to trade 5 damage for 4 at this stage of the game, so I'm not sure I agree with that move, but we'll see. Maybe it would be good for them. Nope. Yeah, if I had some more self-assembler in the deck, this would probably be a very easy game. Now it might not be that easy to win. Though I guess if I ever draw... Oh, they keep attacking. That's really surprising. So I guess I have another fat creature like a Wayward Giant. Yup, as expected. Don't feel like these 2 cards do a whole lot right now, so I'm gonna try to draw into one of my Revoke Privileges. Unfortunately, I did not get there, and drawing 2 lands was really, really bad for me. Guess I'll drop Mechanic, get back Plains, and play the Plains. Yeah, that was bad. That being said, if I hit Privileges here, I pretty much win on the spot because my opponent takes 8, goes down to 1. I think it's worth it, given that I have 2 in the deck and that I'm drawing 3 cards, and that the 2 cards in my hand are not very useful. Maybe it was a bit too greedy, I don't know. Now that we did not lose privileges in time, it's probably gonna cost us the game, but I mean, it is what it is. That being said, I'm happy trading a self-assembler for the Tiger. It's pretty great for me. Pyrohelix. Well, that doesn't do a whole lot. It's not bad, it's not great. Yeah, I wish I had kept the Reunion to draw the 2 lands, but I think the upside of drawing the one of the 2 revoke privileges is so high that you wanna go for that, but maybe I'm wrong. Why did my opponent not move the goggles around? That's very weird. I don't see why you would not move the goggles. It doesn't look like what they should have been doing. Okay. Pretty much have to kill the giant next turn, so guess I put the gauntlet here and pass the turn. Pretty likely to lose now. Oh well. Again, I had a couple answers to big creatures in my deck, 2 revoke privileges, but I did not draw them, and I think this is just gonna cost me the game in the end. So here I'm gonna lose my entire board and go down to 2. Well, I can top deck Furious Reprisal. I have 2 of these in my deck. If I do, yeah, I might come back. Sure. Well, they equipped the Seed Sculptors away, so I would have died, yeah. But for some reason they did not equip 1 monitor. Alright, well, clunky that I, discarded 2 land and 2 spell and ended up getting flooded. I think it's maybe a closer call than I think it was, but I don't know. If you draw your, I really did not draw my removal these games. This one and the last one, by the way. If you draw the revoke privileges, you win on the spot. But because if they go down to 1 and you have, I think it was 3 or 4 creature and 1 blocker left, you pretty much won the game at that point. At least I would have won at some point with Pyrohelix. And I have, I have 3 burn spell that can kill them if they go down to 1. I think I had something like 20 cards in my deck when I did that, so it was probably, yeah, it was still not very high chances to draw it, but I don't know, it felt like it was worth it, and Monitor and Motorist were not doing much. I mean, that play clearly cost me the game, but I still cannot tell if it was worth it, and I just didn't get lucky or if it was clear-cut misplay and I should just keep that for if I draw some more lands later on. I mean, my play was trying to kill them as soon as possible, where dropping the creature and keeping Reunion is a better play if you want to go to the later game. But in my mind, my opponent has some bigger creature, and playing some small creature when they play big creature is not going to be efficient in long term, so I'd rather just kill them. I don't know. Might have been a straight up misplay, but either way we lost the game. Just feels like this is a kind of game that would have gone pretty fine if I had drawn one of my revoke privileges. I drew half my deck, but none of these, which happens. It's certainly something that can happen, but yeah, all right. Still unsure about that reunion play. But I think if you actually look at the probability of drawing one of the revoke privileges, I think it's just too low to want to do that. Now, and Motorist, given the scry, is quite good too. Yeah, in retrospect, I'm pretty sure it was a misplay. It was a gamble, but I think if you just look at the probability, it's not the right thing to do. Oh well, I guess we learned something. So yeah, that was the final. Hope you guys enjoyed. Feel free to drop a like, leave a comment. You can also subscribe to the channel. And yeah, thank you for watching, and see you for another draft.